Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So we've got a few topics to get into today, and we're going to start right away with what looks to be a demo for Final Fantasy XVI. You can see this post here on Reddit, and several other people commented that they had the same thing showing up, and apparently the demo shows up once you pre-order the digital version of Final Fantasy XVI. And I would guess that the demo will be available to everyone and not just to people who pre-ordered the digital version. So I feel like we're getting closer to an official announcement for this demo. With the game coming out 3 weeks from today, I would expect the demo to be announced sometime maybe in the next week. Perhaps we might see the demo drop next Friday and then we have all weekend to play. I'm definitely looking forward to checking this out. It looks like it's going to be a pretty decent game. Now if I can just get through Tears of the Kingdom. Next, Meta had their game showcase today, and I'm not going to go through all the list of games announced there, but before this showcase took place, we actually did get this from their official page. Meta Quest 3 coming this fall, plus lower prices for Quest 2. Now they said they're going to be sharing more about the Quest 3 at Meta Connect, which is supposed to happen on September 27th. But we did get a little bit of details for this system. There's going to be a 128 gig version that starts at $500. And they will have additional storage options for people who want more space. Now, I'm not sure if that means maybe a different SKU or maybe there'll be expansion options. And the system will use a Snapdragon chipset. And as far as the screen resolution, it just says highest resolution display and pancake optics. So we don't have any official specs for that just yet. And it does say that it will be 40% slimmer than the Quest 2. Now it looks like it has a set of front-facing cameras, so many people are speculating that it may have augmented reality features, but we have no official word yet. And the other announcement going along with this is that on June 4th, they're lowering the price of the Quest 2 to $300 for the 128 gig version, which now makes it match how much it was before they raised the price back on August 1st of last year. So I guess you can raise the price of something and then return it to that price less than a year later and talk about how you're lowering prices. But if you're someone who really enjoys VR gaming and maybe perhaps AR gaming, you'll want to tune in to that showcase come September 27th to get a lot more details about the Quest 3. And then finally, we have the updated Famitsu sales coming out of Japan. And we'll start first with the software sales. There's just one new entry here, but we'll start at number 1. We have, of course, Tears of the Kingdom still doing pretty good, followed by Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I think that's probably an attach rate to people buying Switches. And then the only new entry we have here is Bustafellows Season 2, and this appears to be a visual novel, and I'm not real familiar with this series, but we'll go on down the list with a bunch of Switch games. We have Breath of the Wild at number 4, Minecraft at 5, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet at 6, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate at 7, Splatoon 3 at 8, Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe at 9, and at number 10, Nintendo Switch Sports. So a whole bunch of Switch games in the top 10 here, and I'm imagining a lot of them are getting lifted by that Nintendo Switch OLED Tears of the Kingdom edition being sold. And speaking of that, we'll look over at the hardware sales. We have the Switch OLED model coming in at number 1, followed by the PlayStation 5 at 2, and then we have the Switch and Switch Lite at 3 and 4, and then the PlayStation 5 Digital Edition at 5, the PlayStation 4 coming in at number 6 ahead of the Xbox Series S and X. And then we'll look here at our updated hardware sales graph. You can see that pretty much everything's close to being flat from last week. The Switch was down just over 100 units and the PS5 was up just under 1,000 units. So no big changes here from last week, but you can see how the Switch is still riding that high from the Tears of the Kingdom OLED version as well as Tears of the Kingdom the game itself coming out. And that's all we have for today. Did anything we cover catch your attention? If it did, make sure to leave a comment below. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so, as it really does help out the channel a lot. I want to thank you for watching, and be good.